and we won't be able to hesitate. It's going to come a time that we're going to have to understand spiritual things you won't be able to be taught.
Yeah.
Look at your neighbor, say, neighbor.
Neighbor.
The signs of the times.
The signs of the times.
You must understand you got to get it now. Because we come into a time, it has to be hidden in your heart. It's coming a time that you might not even have a Bible. You might not have the Hebrew scrolls. You might not be able to go look up something. So now is the time in this end time dispensation that we're in for you to step it up. Look at your neighbor and say, neighbor. I don't know what they mean, but I heard the prophet say, level up. So we have to level up, we have to step up, we got to do things a little bit differently because we are not religious. Look at your neighbor, say, I'm not religious. As a matter of fact, don't get any type of religion off of you, get that spirit out of you because it's going to send you to hell. It's going to bring destruction. It's going to cause you to go around the mulberry bush because you're not going to know what to do because the dispensation that we're in is spiritual. We learned religion because of this world system. This world system created religion. It's man-made. It was never meant for us to be religious. And so the Most High is calling us back to Him. He's calling us back to Him in His way of doing things. So it's going to take us to also be disciplined. Look at your neighbor and say, neighbor. Discipline. So if we are to obtain victory in this dispensation, we are going to have to train our ruach. We got to train our spirit for real. Put your hands on your own belly. Say belly. The spirit of the Most High dwells in you. Therefore, we are going to boot camp, basic training, because we're going to war. We have to understand that if we are walking in a place where we think it's peace, it's not no peace. No. What I'm saying is if we know the weapons, if we understand what time it is, we'll be able to slay every uncircumcised Philistine. We'll understand because we have the strategies to take down any giant. And so it'll be ease for us as we war because we're generals. Look at your neighbor and say, neighbor. We are generals. So we have to understand, and on purpose, we have to hear what the Most High is saying. We got different voices that have infiltrated our atmosphere. We have all kind of stuff going on in the news. We got stuff going on in the neighborhood. We got stuff going on in the family. We got our own mind that's talking to us 24/7, trying to kick us out of our rightful place. So we got all these different voices, and now it's time for us to decipher who is talking to us, and shall we move? We cannot no longer move with any emotions. We can no longer allow a demon to lead us. We can no longer allow our mind to lead us. We have to be disciplined enough to know who is talking to me. Raise your hand. Because no longer will you be tossed to and fro. It is deadly in this hour. We cannot be tossed to and fro. I don't care where you've been. I don't care what you've done. It's time to get on that narrow path. And even if it hurts, because it's going to hurt. Look at your neighbor and say, ouch. It's hurting already. It's going to hurt to get on the narrow path. That's our destination. Say discipline. Say we got to be disciplined. That word discipline It works. It's like there's a training that goes forth that brings structure.
Yeah.
There is so discipline is training that brings structure. In this particular case, it's going to bring us closer to the Most High so we can know what He's doing.
Yeah.
So it also is a code of behavior.
Yeah.
We are governed by His laws. Look at your neighbor. Say, neighbor.
Neighbor.
We have commandments.
We have commandments.
We have laws.
We have laws.
We have statutes.
We have statutes.
That's already written for us. And it gives us instructions on how to live.
On how to live.
Because the Most High is a spirit, well, you don't have to keep I'm teaching a little bit now. The Most High is a spirit, and we must worship Him in spirit and in truth. So when we allow discipline to take over, what it's going to do is going to bring freedom. There's a freedom that goes with discipline, but also there's perseverance. Perseverance is endurance. Endurance is pain. It's painstaking efforts. Is that? Let's stand. It's pain effort. How about that?
S-T-A-K.
And staking. Stake. S-T-A-K. See right there? Painstaking effort. Say it's gonna hurt. Say it's gonna hurt. See, no pain, no gain. Because we got to get rid of stuff from the inside out. So it starts with us. We start training ourselves. We got to train ourselves how to be spiritual. Because we don't know how to be spiritual. We know how to be religious and we know how to be human. But we don't know how to ascend into the heavens. And as we began to speak, call those things down until it manifests. We don't understand that there are angels that are in charge over us, that are with us. That at the sound of the word that comes out of our mouth, that angels are right there to do the word. We don't understand that there is an enemy on the inside of you that is called your mind. Just point to your own head. Say, my head is an enemy against the Most High. And we have allowed our mind to rule us. And now it's time to allow the Spirit to rule us. Say, it's time.
It's time.
Discipline, when you begin to walk that narrow path, you are getting rid of the baggages, because on that tightrope you can't have no heavy weight. When you put one foot in front of the other, you can't have a whole bunch you're trying to balance on this tightrope. You have to let everything go. Say, let it go. We are, this house deals with the truth. We are Hebrew Israelites. And because we are Hebrew Israelites, there is a higher standard. A higher standard of living. We can't do it the way the world system has done it. We can't continue to fornicate. We can't continue to lie. We can't continue to do those things that we want to do. Say it's over. We got to let it go, because the world system fools us right to hell. It hoodwinks us right to the gate where we think we're going here. We're like, oh, shucks, we made it. Because we were in church every Sunday. We had our Bibles. We were doing what we were supposed to do in front of people. But in the back, in the booth, in the corner, in the dark, we was doing something different. We can't do it like that anymore because our redemption is drawing closer. He's coming. Say he's coming. He's coming. And so with that, without discipline, you're going to work sin. You're going to work iniquity. Without discipline, you're going to work sin. You're going to work the world system. Without discipline, you're going to continue to falter. And all of a sudden, you're 20 years old, 30 years old, 40 years old, 50 years old, 60 years old, doing the same thing. But then when you get a little older, you say, well, you know, now it's time. Look at your neighbor and say, those days are over. Say it's over. It is over. Discipline is a moving counterpart. Come on, Apostle. It's a moving counterpart that works with patience. Patience, perseverance, discipline all really mean the same thing. Painstaking effort. While we are walking by faith, faith and patience are twins. While we are walking this tightrope of discipline, obeying the Most High, because discipline is going to produce obedience. Say it's going to produce. It's going to produce obedience. It's going to produce perseverance. It's going to produce patience. And it's going to produce discernment. Because we got to be sensitive to know what's in front of us. We got to be sensitive to know what's on the inside of us. We got to be sensitive to know the difference if the Most High is talking to us or not. Because guess what? He's talking. He's talking to everybody. But are we hearing or are we listening? Raise your hand. Say, today is the day.
Today is the day.
Now is the time.
Now is the time.
I'm moving forward in the things that pleases the Most High. I will not go into a place where I continue to be my own idol. He said, do not have no other God before him, but we have become our own idols. In other words, what pleases me right there is what I bow down to. So if I want to be pleased in my flesh, which is actually darkness, see, they took words out. Flesh actually means darkness. So when we play with our flesh, we're actually in that place of darkness. And guess what? We in trouble. Say discipline. Discipline to get us out of darkness into the light. But it's going to hurt to do so. Guess why the pain is going to come? It's going to come against your own head. It's going to come against you because you put yourself as an idol. And whatever your mind say do, you are big enough and bad enough to do it. Touch your head. Say, head, you done got me in trouble. Enough is enough. Look at the book of wisdom. The book of wisdom on page 8, what is that, 899 or 699? 499? 499, chapter 1. So we got to get it. So we got to get it for real. Because in this time of redemption, the Most High wants to bless you real good. But we can't have no stuff on us. Follow us on Facebook. Go back to Yahweh Israel and Carlos Bounds Lewis and get your pen and your paper and your notes and your Hebrew scrolls, what they call the Bible, and start following us. If you're connected to this house, we don't want to be way out here and everybody else getting it, but you're not getting it. We got to study. It's a lot going on in this world system. And we need to know not only what the world system and what it's doing, but what the adversary is doing. We also need to know what the Most High is doing. Because if we keep up with Him, we got it. But we got to keep up with Him. So what does it say in Wisdom chapter 1? Let's go to verse 5. For the holy ruach of discipline. Wait a minute. There's a Holy Spirit of discipline. Do you see that? Wow. For the Holy Spirit of discipline will flee deceit and remove from thoughts that are without understanding, and will not abide when unrighteousness come in. So discipline will deal with truth. Discipline is going to deal with understanding. And discipline is going to deal with righteousness. Y'all see that? So we have to begin to allow any type of deceit, any type of lies, any type of deception to be removed, because what I found out, we only deceive ourselves. So we got to get our thoughts right, and we got to understand the things of the Ruach. We have to make a decision we're going to walk right. And guess what? It's okay. Look at you and say, it's okay. It's okay. You know what? If anything in you is saying something different, then meet us afterwards and we're going to go ahead on and cast it out. Because who don't want to walk right? See, the world system in this church, with this thing called religion, they call good bad and bad good. Look at Isaiah 5 and 20 right now. Isaiah 5 and 20. Yeah, there? Yes. Let's read together. Ready? Read. Woe to those who call what? Evil what? Good. Do we have that nowadays? Is it big time? They had a cute little dog. She was just a cute little dog. Just cute. But when you raise the child's dress, the little dog's dress up, it was a transgender. They call it what? Good. Evil, and evil what? Good.
Okay, we're ready? Okay.
Let's finish this right quick, Apostle. Where are we? Who put darkness for light and light for darkness? Do y'all see that? Y'all see why we have to have discernment? Yeah. Discernment is only making a distinction. Easily able to distinguish. Who put what? Bitter for sweet. Here you got something bitter. Say, no, that's not bitter. That's sweet. And you're like, oh, that's bitter. No, it's sweet. And everybody around you say, it's sweet. And then all of a sudden you're like, no, it's not. Yes, it is a little sweet. No, it's not. Have y'all seen those outer space movies that had that? And they said, you see it over there, and they're like, we don't see that. They're all mummified. You're like, I do see it. I see it. I see that. We don't see that. It's within that time. Evil is going to be called good, and good is going to be called evil. And Apostle, he give that.
It's a scale. As we look at discipline and the commandments and the laws and all that the Most High have brought before us, remember how this got here. It got here because our forefathers transgressed the law. And And this is how we transgress the law. I'm just going to show you something, and it's in the book. It's in 2nd Ezra, chapter 3, and we'll start at verse 18. Page 375. And it says, and thou didst bend down the heavens, and shake the earth, and move the world, and made the depths to tremble, and trouble the times. And thy glory passed through the 4 gates of fire, and earthquakes, and wind, and ice, to give the law, to give the law, to give the law, to the descendants of Jacob, to the descendants of Jacob, to the descendants of Jacob, and thy commandment to the prosperity of Israel. You see that? What happened was, now we understand this, just picture it as being good up here. This picture evil being down here, right? Good is here, good was there, evil right here. Now let's keep on going. And it said, yet thou did not take away from their evil heart, so that thy law might bring forth fruit in them. You see that?
That's key. Do you see that?
You see it?
So now, it's saying that evilness is still in our heart. Remember, we were born in sin, shapen in iniquity. So that means it's still there.
So evil and the law is in our heart. You see it? Evil and the law is in our heart. You see? Let's go to verse 21. For the first Adam, burdened with an evil heart, transgressed and was overcome, as also were all who were descendants from him. Now listen to this, verse 22. Thus the disease became permanent. The law was in the people's heart along with an evil root. You see that? The law was in the people's heart along with the evil root. Right? But what was good departed, and evil remained. So now, just picture this. It's supposed to be now, this was supposed to be good, and this will become evil. What it just said was, evil had rose itself up where good was, and good had to go down to the part where evil was. In other words, you cannot see good no more because you're looking for good, and you don't see good anymore, because good is no longer in the place that we knew it to be. Now, evil is up there, and good had to come down here. Lodabar.
And you can look all over and see it. Everywhere you go, that which was an abomination against the Father, now it is called good.
Now, after the 400 years, he said that he will begin to cut it off. So now he stopped the curse at 400 years. 400 years is the end of evil being up at the top and good being at the bottom. You remember people you talking about, you know, I'm in the valley. People say, well, it's the deepest part of the valley where the best fruit grow. You ever heard that? It's in the deepest part of the valley where the best fruit grows. Well, we understand it, but people don't want to dwell down there because down there is painstaking effort where you got to dwell and you got to be able to produce something. Now that time has become old. Why? Because he has closed those doors. And now that he brought us out of Lodabar, the only problem is our mind been in it so long that it still think that it's there. Our mind still want to operate. What it is, if you find yourself going around in this circle, guess what? You're in the same thing and you have not come out. You're going round and around and then the more you go around, and if you don't take heed, you don't care about the laws no more. Because now those things become round and he's talking to you. Now you don't feel it no more. It's not prevalent to you no more. Why? Because whatever. I don't care anymore. You know, you give it that kind of, you're not supposed to do that. Who we are is been exposed to us. Now let me point your attention to something else. Let's go over here. Let's go to chapter 6 in 2nd Ezra. And it says over here, chapter 6, verse 31, page 381. And it says, and I will again declare to you greater things than these, because your voice will surely be heard from the Most High. For the mighty one have seen your uprightness and has also observed the purity which has been maintained from your youth. Therefore he sent you to me and all these things, and said to you, believe and do not be afraid, and do not be quick to think vain thoughts concerning the former times, lest you be hasty concerning the last times. What we're saying, he has given us the power to come up and out of those dry places. No longer shall we be in those places. Here is the formula to come out.
Discipline.
Here is your formula. This is your formula to come out. Yeah, discipline. What is it? Perseverance. This don't feel good. It don't feel good at all. But guess what? Perseverance is on both sides of the scale.
Yeah.
It's in the natural and it's in the spirit.
Yeah.
When you want perseverance, you work in the spirit realm. You're cleaning out that highway on the inside. Perseverance is something that causes you to see what you're supposed to see and not be held up. You see, perseverance, it works something. It's a working force, not just in the natural realm, but in the spiritual realm. It allows you to begin to hear again. It allows you to begin to see again. It allows you to begin to pour down again. It allows you to get that back which mama and daddy lost a long time ago. Your mind going to be renewed, recalibrated, reset. Why? Because you're working something here.
Yeah.
There are many counterparts inside of this. When you begin to work on this, when you begin to allow him to work on you, your labor is not in vain.
Because you're producing something.
You're producing something. Oh, you had a problem. It couldn't come out. You didn't know how to get it out. You know, because see, this right here will take time.
Yeah.
This is not an overnight deal. You don't have to work for this.
Yeah.
You got to work. You got to put some work in for it. But you know what? This is the best thing I can tell you. You've been chosen to work this.
Because
One of the things is in you.
Yeah.
Raise your hand. Say it's already in me.
It's already in me.
I must make a decision.
Must make a decision.
Me, myself.
Myself.
You have to make the decision. And when you do that, you will see that discipline is already in you. Just before we close, go to Proverbs 25, verse 28. And this one.
That's 28, right?
Yeah, Proverbs 25, verse 28. Listen what it says. Whoever has no rule over his own spirit is like a city broken down without walls.
You know, I was about to say about the Spirit.
Yeah.
The Holy Spirit is here to help you.
Yeah.
He's not somebody that's going to go against you. He's here to assist you in what you're doing.
Whatever you decide on righteous sake, he is going to help you. For homework, read John 16 and write down everything that the Ruach HaKodesh, the Spirit of Truth, is going to do for you. He's going to lead us to righteousness. He's going to lead us and guide us to all truth. And guess what else? He's going to let us know things that are to come. Because greater is he that is in us than he that's in this world. We got to get discipline in our lives in order for us to advance the kingdom. We got to get discipline in our lives in order to take territory. The heavens, the atmosphere, and the earth is waiting for us to come in this established place of righteousness so we can start bearing fruit. He's looking for us to bear fruit.
Yes.
One more, 2 Esdras chapter 14. You there?
Yep.
2 Esdras chapter 14, start with 34. If you then will rule over your what?
Mind.
I can't hear nobody. Rule over what?
Your mind.
Minds and what?
Discipline your
Your
heart.
heart. You shall be kept what?
Alive.
Alive. And what else?
After death.
I can't hear nobody. Let's read together. Let's read together. Ready to read. Ready, read. If you then will rule over your minds and discipline your hearts, what?
You shall be kept alive.
And
After death, you shall obtain mercy.
you have to rule over your own mind and discipline your own hearts. Does it say to pray to the Father for that? No. I didn't hear nobody. Does it say pray for this? It's something, remember, discipline is action. It's something that we got to do. Remember, the kingdom is action driven. And if we start really walking this thing out, we're going to have victory on every end. We're going to see the hand of the Most High move. Because we're no longer operating in this world system anymore. We're no longer at ground level. Because we're seated in heavenly places. Raise your hand. Say, I'm seated.
I'm seated
In heavenly places.
in heavenly places.
Look at your neighbor. Say, neighbor.
Neighbor,
I am above
above
the demonic clouds. And the gates of hell cannot prevail. You have to know that you are plowing. You are plowing. Ain't nobody else plowing for you. It's just like a woman having a baby. Can't nobody have that baby but her. Unless, you know, you got the money to get you a surrogate.
Still not yours.
And the surrogate still got to have a baby. What am I saying? It's up to us, y'all. So we got to work it.
we gotta work it.
So we got to work it. 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 Ayala says, you know, do the work. I know some people don't like Oprah. I love Oprah. You know how you have mentors? And all your mentors don't have to be saved. Because they got the principles from the Father. I love Oprah. I'm hoping you on her show. Everybody always say, you look like Oprah. Oh, baby, the big damn Lord tell me. Yes. But one of the things she said for this dispensation, she gonna live on purpose. She gonna get up on purpose. She gonna live on purpose. Whatever she do, she gonna be purpose driven.
Yes.
And guess what? We need to take that for ourselves.
Amen.
Because if you getting up every day without purpose, you living life on the edge.
My God.
In other words, anything goes when our mouth is the one that brings forth structure for the path when we get up in the morning. Let us stand. We're going to practice discipline, y'all. By any means necessary. Even if it hurts, guess what? We're going to get some results. That's the good part. We done already won. We just got to do the in between. And perseverance works. I heard somebody else say something about perseverance today. She said, you know, look like I've been in this for 5 years and 10 years. It looked like nothing was happening. But I persevered when it looked like nothing was happening. And did not know breakthrough was on that other step. Breakthrough is right there for everybody. And the good part about it, if we really get this, it's going to be easy. You're not going to murmur. You're not going to complain, because discipline brings forth some order. It brings, if we in boot camp, we in basic training, it's going to bring forth some order. Anybody that's been in the army, they make up their beds in the morning. Or any services. They make up their bed in the morning. And then if they have children, they become the drill sergeant to the children Make your bed up. Don't leave here without making your bed up. Raise your hand. Say, I can do this.
I can do this.
It is so good to see everybody from looking. But my address is really spiritual, and so I feel like there's something great coming your way. That you have come out of the old and go into the new. This is not something that we're just talking about, but this is something that the Most High wants to give unto you. He wants to give you gifts. He wants to bring you up higher. But you can't come with baggage. You got to drop every baggage, every luggage. Painstaking effort, perseverance. But everybody would not persevere. But if you got people who was determined to get there, this is the road. Remember, one road is wide. The other road is narrow. The race is not given to the swift, nor is it given to the strong, but it is given to the one who can endure to the end. Here is your enduring power right here. This is transparent. This is not just natural. This is spiritual. He has given us something, and He knows that we can work it. No more can you come and say, nah, I didn't want to do that and all that. No. You have to be able to work on something. And if you want something to work, start here. Start here. Start working on it. Blessings, peace and blessings unto you. Peace and a blessing to open you up so you may be able to find what He has for you. Peace and blessings for your home and your children and your atmosphere and your car and the places where you go. May the atmosphere become conducive to the power and authority of the Ruach HaKodesh. May He bring you higher and even higher and even higher than that. Peace and blessings be it unto you. Peace and blessings be it to that which you came out of. For the Most High has closed those doors and you can't go back. And the only way you can go is forward. And I say peace and blessings unto you. Peace and blessings unto you, King. Peace and blessings unto you, Queen. Peace and blessings unto you, royalty. For you are royal. You are the royal priesthood. You are the one that the whole earth is waiting for. They're waiting for you to come. They know the atmosphere knows who you are. It knows the faith that you've been practicing, that you've been dwelling in, and you've been coming forward in. It knows your capability, and they want to render unto you that which they call. Remember, you've been chosen by the Most High way back then. You are what they call the remote generation. The generation that He has said that the 400 years will be able to elapse. It's good that He brought us here, because I don't think I can be back there in slavery, but I'll be like Nat Turner. I'll be like him back there. I'll be like one of them people back there fighting for my life. But I'm glad that He brought me up here, because He knows that we will be the one to uncover, to recover things, to begin to bring back things back. That we will stand on something where other people will go. That we will go after somebody where people would not go. He knows that we will be the ones to stand for something. And this is who you are.
Yes.
We are our brother's keeper. We remove everything. We have to move everything that's been said out of us. That cannot dwell in our spirit realm. Anger cannot dwell in that place. You can't practice it. You can't speak to God out of your mouth. You can't do all of these things. Why? Because the devil is waiting for you to say just one little word so he can enter in. You cannot allow anything to come in the place where you dwell, especially your home. So I say peace and blessings. Peace and blessings. Be blessed, children of Yah. Be blessed. Be highly favored. For He said that I have made you to be above and not beneath, a lender and not a borrower. Blessed in the city and in the field. Blessed when you come and when you go. The favor of the Most High rests all over you. Know that. For every illegal thing has left. Every transgressing spirit has gone. Everything that's been holding you at bay no longer hold you at bay. and not be cursed. For you are that which he hath called you to be. For you walking in the abundance of the overflow, and you will not accept anything else. He has forgiven you for all the sins that you have done. Just don't go back to it. Let this be a gird up and stay there. And the only place you can go is not below, but higher. Because he's calling you higher and then higher than that. For the ceiling has been broken. Now we can travel. Now we can go to those places. Now we can begin to travel in those places what he has called us to be. Now we can begin to move in that place. Now we can be elevated. Now is our time. And the best is yet to come. Peace and blessings unto you. And it shall not be otherwise. We declare it and decree it to be so now. And we elevate, activate the power of now in your life, that the suddenlies will hit you so fast. And you're going to understand what suddenlies is. When you're looking for something, you didn't see it there, but then they going to pop up. Now is that time, because we're living in the time of now. This is the time for supernatural breakthroughs. Now, who you are have not yet been seen. You haven't seen yet. You're on this road, this highway. You're on this spiritual highway he's showing you. Take off the limits from the Holy Spirit. Take off the limits. Take the limits off. Take off the limits. Take off the limits. Take off the limits. He's talking to you. The reason why you're not hearing is because you got limitations. Take them off. Take them off.
You can do this.
You can do it. Now it's our time. Be blessed, because you cannot be cursed. We declare and decree it to be so now. In the name of Yahushua. So be it.
I just have something I just wanted to share for encouragement. Amen. As I was sitting there and we were praying over the offering, the Lord had me write something down. I thought I was writing for me, but as after I wrote it, it was given to me for the body. I said, Most High, I thank you for our rental properties, the apartment complexes, for the skyscraper buildings, for the medical buildings, for the hospitals, for the schools, the acreages of land, the all and minimum rights, the water and timber rights, internationally, all debt-free, 100%, with purpose, for His glory and His power, in Yahushua's name. And later He gave me, I knew this was corporate, okay? He said, you have been summoned tonight. The angels have serviced you with the summons to appear in the high court of heaven. He said, get on the narrow path. For justice is awaiting to be served. Oh, it can't be served without your appearance in my high court. I heard the Lord say, amen.
Shabbat. Shalom. I just wanted to say that I personally, and I know I can speak for many in the house, I just want to say that I am so thankful and so grateful for the union that the Most High has placed between the two apostles that has ushered forth this mandate. And so, with that said, we would all like to say thank you, and in appreciation, you all have dinner here tonight.
Oh, really?
Yes, yeah, and happy anniversary.